Welcome students. Recently we have completed one chapter, that is motion and time, and we are left with some numericals based on chapter 13, that is motion and time. So in this video I will cover some types of questions which are very important, okay, from this chapter. So we'll proceed to question number 1. So here we go. And this question says, a simple pendulum takes 32 seconds to complete 20 oscillations. What is the time period of the pendulum? Okay, see, simple pendulum, you know that because I have explained in my previous classes. Okay, takes 32 seconds to complete 20 oscillation. You also, here the oscillation means if it is a pendulum, okay, it is its mean position, it is its extreme position, and it is also extreme position. If it is goes from mean to extreme, come back from extreme to mean and cross mean to go to extreme and again come to mean, means it is its full one oscillation. Okay, one oscillation. And what they said, what is the time period of the pendulum? Here the time period means what? Time period means time taken in one oscillation. Okay, so how to solve this question? So here is the solution to solve this type of question. So here we go for the solution. See, first of all, time taken for 20 oscillation. How much? Time taken for 20 oscillations is equals to 32 seconds, right? So time taken for one oscillation, time taken for one oscillation will be 32 by 20, right? By solving this thing, you can able to get, by just cancelling it out, 16 and 10 as I have divided by 2, you can able to get 1.6 seconds. And you know that time period from one oscillation means the time period, okay, time period of the pendulum, that is equals to 1.6 second. So here you can write, therefore time period of the pendulum is equals to 1.6 seconds. I think this is clear. Now let's move to another question. So here is the second question, that is the distance between two stations is 240 kilometer. A train takes 4 hours to cover this distance. Calculate the speed of the train. Before discussing this solution, let's revise the relation of speed, distance and time. That is, speed is equals to, okay, distance upon time. Speed is equals to distance upon time. In this question, they said the distance between two stations is, okay, if we'll take A as one center station and B as another station, okay, and the distance between them is 240 kilometer and the time taken by the train to cover this distance is 4 hours. Then what will be the speed we need to find? Okay, so always remember that to find the speed we are having this formula, okay, but always remember or just take care of the units also. Okay, if it is a kilometer, then the time should be in hour. Okay, so here we go for the solution. That is, distance between two stations is equals to 240 kilometers is given. Time taken to cover 240 kilometer distance, it is already given to you, that is 4 hours. So speed of the train, we can apply the formula distance upon time, that is distance traveled upon time taken by the train. So distance travel is 240. I have substitute the value here upon 4 hours. Okay, so 240 upon 4. If you divide it, 4 ones are 4 60s are. Okay, so 60 kilometer per hour. So here we can conclude, therefore speed of the train is 60 kilometer per hour. Okay, let's move to third question. So here is the question number 3, which says that Salma takes 15 minutes from her house to reach her school on a bicycle. If the bicycle has a speed of 2 meters per second, okay, calculate the distance between her house and the school. Listen, what is given in this question? See, Salma takes 15 minutes from her house to reach her school. From her house to school, it takes 15 minutes from her bicycle. Okay, and some distance she is covering, we don't know, but its speed of its bicycle is 2 meters per second, and we need to find the distance between her house and the school. Okay, so again we have the formula, that is speed is equals to distance upon time, right? As I told you, if the distance is in kilometer, the time should be in hour. If the distance is in meter, the time can be in seconds. Okay, but here the speed is in meter per second, but the time is in minutes. So first of all, we have to change this time in terms of seconds, or we need to convert this 15 minutes to in terms of seconds. Okay, so here we go for the solution to find the distance between her house and the school. So here we go. So here the speed of the bicycle, it is already given to us, that is 2 meters per second, right? And the time taken to reach the school through her bicycle, that is 15 minutes. We know that 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So easily we can convert this minute to seconds by multiplying this thing with 60, and we got the result 900 seconds. We know this expression, that is speed is equal to distance travel upon time taken. Now in this case, speed is given, time taken is given, we need to find the distance travel. So we can write here distance traveled is equals to speed into time. Speed into time. Okay, speed was 2 meters per second and time is 900 seconds. Okay, so 900 into 2 is what? 1800. See here meter per second and here the second will cancel out, and we'll lift it 1800 meter, and we can write it also 1.8 kilometer, because we know that 1 kilometer is equals to 1000 meter. Okay, so 1800 meter can be converted into kilometer by just dividing this thing with 1000. See, I have did. Okay, 1.8 kilometer I could able to get. So we can conclude here, therefore distance between her house and the school is 1.8 kilometer. Always remember to conclude your answer. Okay, let's move to the next. So here is the fourth question. It says that a car moves a speed of 40 km per hour for 15 minutes. Then with the speed of 60 km per hour for next 15 minutes. Means for first 15 minutes its speed was 40 km per hour. For next 15 minutes its speed was 60 km per hour. Okay, we need to find the total distance covered by the car. Let's understand this question in a good manner or clearly. See, if I say that the starting point is A, for 15 minutes its speed was 40 km per hour. Okay, then for another 15 minutes its speed was 60 km per hour. To reach the destination B, we need to find the distance to move from A point to B point. Okay, so if I take this thing from point A to this point, you can take it as C point. From A to C, if you can say that the distance is D1, and from C to B the distance is D2. Then we need to find the total distance, which will be D1 plus D2. Right. So let's move to the solution part. So as we know, speed is equal to distance upon time. So distance will be speed into time. Okay. So we know that for first 15 minutes the speed was 40 km per hour and the time was 15 minutes. So the distance traveled for 15 minutes, that I have taken D1 is equals to speed. I have taken this one as S1 and this as S2. Speed 1, speed 2 to differentiate. Okay. So distance D1 is equal to S1 into T1, means speed 1 into time. Why I have not written T1? Because time is same. So I have no need to differentiate. Okay. See, here the time is given in minutes, but the speed is in kilometer per hour. So we need to change this minute according to this unit. Okay. So I'll convert minute to hour. We know that 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. Okay. We know now 1 hour is equals to 60 minutes. So 1 minute will be equal to 1 by 60 hour. So I need to divide this minute, that is 15 minutes divided by 60. So I have written directly. So 40 into 15 upon 60. By just cancelling it out, by cancelling it out, I could able to get 10 kilometers. Okay. Similarly, I will find the distance traveled for 15 minutes, that is D2. See. So distance traveled for 15 minutes, that is S2 into T. S2 means the distance in next 15 minutes, speed of next 15 minutes, that is 60 km per hour. You can write here 60 and time is 15. I need to convert into hours, that 15 by 60 I have wrote here. Okay, 60 to 60 cancel out. I could able to get 15 kilometer. Okay, so 15 kilometer is the distance D2, and before we got D1, that is 10. I have already explained the total distance is D1 plus D2. So I can write here. So total distance is equals to D1 plus D2. You can write here 10 kilometer plus 15 kilometer. You can able to get 25 kilometer. So you can conclude here, therefore total distance covered by the car is 25 kilometer. Okay, I hope you all understood all these 4 questions that I have explained. If not, please go through the video again.